Hello, hello. I am Lerin. I am here to practice with you today for a short 15-minute yoga session for some soft sun salutations, a variation from my rooted sunflower themed class. So join me on your mat, lying on your back. If you practiced the 15-minute warm-up right before this, then you may already be here. Let's begin with knees bent and elbows bent as well, hands clasped behind your head. Bend your left knee. Come up off of the mat with your shoulder blades and head and rotate in the center, bringing your right elbow to connect with your lifted knee. Extend your right foot long, hovering above the mat, toes flexed toward the ceiling. And switch, noticing your breath as you continue to move. Warming up your core just a little bit more. Switch 2 more times on each side. And when you're finished, come to rest on your mat, laying down. Let your whole spine be flat. Take a breath in heaviness. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, come up. Make your way to standing at the back of your mat. So you can see the way in front of you. Lift your toes, spread them wide, root them down on your mat. Imagine growing little roots, suction cupping your feet down to the floor. Let your knees be bouncy, bring your hands to your hips. See if you can find level. And then draw your navel in toward your spine and see if you can grow a little taller from your navel up to your sternum. Give your chin a little tuck, letting it be somewhat level with the earth. And send your head just a little ways back in space, avoiding tech neck, letting the back of your neck be long. Imagine your crown lifting just a little bit more. Imagine you're taller than you've ever been. Take a slow, delicious breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands reach out and up. Maybe look at the sky, filling up with air. Palms touch overhead. Dive forward, hinging at your hips. Exhale to a forward fold. You may or may not reach the mat like I do. All bodies are different. See if you can let yourself hang from your hips. Bend your knees as much as your hamstrings would like. Maybe even supporting your upper body on your lap. Just let your head be heavy, nodding yes a couple of times. And shaking it no, recognizing value in both. Inhale, send your feet into the floor, maybe to lift a little more with your legs. And inhale, half lift. Imagine flat thoughts with your back. Bring your hands to your shins or your lap. Exhale, lead with your heart, forward fold again. Come on to hands and knees. Find tabletop with wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Move through one round of cat-cow. Let your navel drop towards the mat. Draw your shoulder blades together behind you. And root your hands into the mat to lift as you press the back of your head toward the sky to look at the mat in front of your hands. This is cow pose. Take a nice deep breath here with the space you've created in your abdomen. And as you exhale, tuck your tail round through your low back. Press the mat away. Imagine spreading your shoulder blades apart to lift your spine toward the ceiling. Tuck your chin and arch like a Halloween cat, fully exhaling using this curvature of your abdomen to press all the air out in cat pose. Inhale, return to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes if they're not already. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog, just for a moment. And walk your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. And inhale, roll up slowly. Let your arms be heavy. Imagine coming up one vertebrae at a time. Maybe shrug your shoulders and let them slide down and back, creating space between your ears and shoulder tops. Let your palms shine forward and let your crown lift. Sun Salutation A. Let's do that one more time, but faster. Reach your arms out and up. Deep inhale, look up above. Exhale, dive forward, hinging at your hips. Reach toward the floor, bending your knees as needed. Plant your hands, walk them forward, coming onto hands and knees for tabletop. Take one round of cat-cow, dropping your navel toward the mat, drawing your shoulder blades together, pressing your neck and back of your head toward the sky, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your tail, round through your back. Press the mat away to lift your spine between your shoulders. Tuck your chin for cat pose. Inhale, return to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes if they're not already. Scrub the mat away with your hands and your feet as though to tear it in half, so much so that your hips lift for downward facing dog. And walk your hands back to meet your feet. And pause in a forward fold. Again, your knees can bend as much as you'd like here. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or lap. Flat back. Imagine pressing on your nose, or you can actually press on your nose, sending your head back a little bit, letting the back of your neck be long. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Pause for a moment of grounding. Spread your fingers wide, palms shine forward. Moving on to Sun Salutation B, or some variation of it. Inhale, hands reach up. Sink your hips down and back for chair pose. And take your hands a little wider if that gives a little space in the shoulders. Exhale to fold. Maybe lay your belly on your lap as your hands reach toward the mat. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins or to your lap. Imagine shining the backs of your knees toward the room behind you. Take a breath in. See if you can make your back flat. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward. Come onto hands and knees for tabletop. Walk your hands forward just a little more. Keep your elbows in close as you sink all the way down to your belly. Exhale here. Untuck your toes. Let your tops of your feet be flat on the floor. Inhale, peel up from your shoulders through your chest. Look at the mat in front of you. Find baby cobra. Exhale, peel down. Inhale, do that again. Peel up and look over your right shoulder. Use your hands like little springs. They're next to your shoulders on the mat. Exhale as you peel down, return to center. Inhale, peel up, press into the mat with your hands. Look over your left shoulder. Exhale, peel down. Press into the mat, come up to tabletop, and send your hips down and back towards your heels. Find child's pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to tall kneeling. Reach your hands high above. Take a breath in. And lean on your left knee as you step forward with your right foot for a low lunge. Inhale, look at the sky. Let your hips sink forward a little more. If you notice your knee coming past your ankle, scoot your foot forward to allow for a nice right angle there. Reach your hands up high, maybe find a soft back bend so you take a nice deep breath here for kneeling warrior one. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, framing your right foot. Walk yourself back, keep your foot planted. Let the back of your right knee come down toward the floor, getting a nice stretch in the front of your ankle and the back of your right leg. Inhale to come up, release your hands from the mat, and return your right knee to meet its buddy on the mat next to your left. Tall kneeling again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bow down, take child's pose again. Take a breath here. Rest in your own comfort. Inhale back up to tall kneeling. Hands reach up overhead. Lean into your right knee this time. Step forward with your left. Find low lunge on the other side. Again, scooching that front foot forward as needed so you can lean with your center of gravity with your hips in the middle toward your lunged leg supporting you, getting a nice stretch in the front of your right hip. Hands reach high overhead, breath in, maybe find that soft back bend if it serves you today. And exhale, plant your hands on either side of your front foot. Walk yourself back, again keeping your left foot glued to the mat in front, toes pinned down in place. Let the back of your leg become long, staying rooted and getting a stretch on the back of the left leg, maybe the front of the ankle as well. Walk yourself forward, hands can come up off the mat, step back, return to tall kneeling. Reach up high with your hands, look toward the sky. And exhale, bow down, find child's pose again. Inhale, come forward to forearms. Tuck your toes. Root your hands down, spreading fingers wide and planting fingertips firmly into the mat. Scrub the mat away from your knees and feet. Lift your hips, find downward facing dog. Take a breath. Exhale, maybe send your heels toward the mat. It's okay if they don't go all the way there. Always have the option to take your hands and feet wider apart for more stability or closer together for more stability, or the opposite for more challenge. All bodies are different. Bring your knees back to the mat. Pause in child's pose. Return to tall kneeling. Thank you for joining me. Either continue your yoga practice from here or I'll see you back next time.